In this specific video, we're going to be talking about different user role permissions. So let's say, for example, you want to take your WordPress site to the next level. You want to get authors, editors, contributors to submit content, but you want to give them a limited amount of permissions that will enable them to do their job while avoiding the possibility of them actually doing any type of damage to your WordPress site. So let me explain exactly what that means. If I hop on over to my WordPress dashboard here and you go under users and click on add new, you'll see that you can add a new user and each user has a specific role. We can see that there's subscribers, administrator, editor, author, and contributor. So let me explain to you exactly what these user roles are so you have an idea of how you can effectively get people to submit content, but without allowing them to do too much to your site by simply giving them a limited amount of permissions. So let's talk about the types of users. First of all, we're going to talk about the subscriber user. Basically, this is everybody who wants to simply register at your site and leave comments. And normally this happens if you have it set in your comment settings where people have to register first before they actually make a comment. So this would be a subscriber. They have a limited amount of rights. They only are able to log in and simply interact with your site by leaving comments. Then we have the contributor user. This type of person is great for article writers, content writers, or people that you hire that can log into your WordPress site and simply submit content to your WordPress site. However, they do not have the ability or rights to publish the content to the site. So basically, if you want somebody to be able to create a lot of good content and simply submit it, but that cannot be published to the actual site, it actually has to go through you or has to go through another person with different user role rights that has the ability to publish the content. So in other words, their content goes into the drafts or pending review. Now we have the author. The author basically can do everything that the contributor can do. So they can submit content, but they can take it to the next level. They can actually publish any content that passes through without your consent. So let's say you have a contributor, an article writer, and you just want them to have the ability to submit content, but you don't want to have them have the ability to approve it because you want to make sure that whoever approves it is somebody that you actually trust, because you want to keep the integrity of your WordPress site. So you got to trust the author. The author has a little more power than the contributor. They, however, cannot view drafts and schedule posts. So they have a little more rights, but there is still some limitations to their ability to do certain things. Then we have the editor. The editor has the ability to do everything that the subscriber, the contributor, and the author can do. But they cannot only write articles and publish them, they can also edit them. So in other words, they can write, they can publish, and they can edit the articles. And of course, last but not least, we have the administrator. This should be you and only you. And I've got to emphasize this. Do not make anybody else an administrator, as they can do a lot of damage. So as an administrator, remember, you can update, you can delete, you can do a lot of different things. So this user has the ability to do anything to the WordPress site. They can do a ton of damage, and they can ultimately delete the blog. So make sure that you take advantage of these user roles. Think about how you can get people involved in your site and how you can use it to build your site up, whatever it might be.